Rivers State is one of the states in the Niger-Delta region of Nigeria. According to the 2006 population census, Rivers State recorded a total population count of over 5.1 million, ranking as the sixth most populous state in the country. Rivers State, named after the many rivers that border its territory, was part of the Oil Rivers Protectorate from 1885 till 1893, when it became part of the Niger Coast Protectorate. The state is predominantly known for its blooming petroleum industry, popularly known for its hospitality. The state is also known to be one of the most popular industrial and commercial hubs in Nigeria. Rivers State was created on May 27, 1967 by a military decree, and by 1996, Bayelsa State was carved out of it. However, agitation for the creation of Rivers State predated Nigeria's independence from Britain in 1960. Rivers State is a diverse state that is home to many ethnic groups, the majority being Igbo or Igboid, but also including the Ogoni and Ijaw. The state is particularly noted for its linguistic diversity, with 23 local government areas and 28 indigenous languages being said to be spoken in Rivers State, dominant of which are the Igbo speaking groups, the Ogoni and Ijaw languages. The economy of Rivers State is dominated by the state's booming petroleum industry. Although the rise of the oil industry has led to increased revenue for the state government, mismanagement and corruption have prevented the state from rapid development and meaningfully tackling poverty. The state population is 90% Christians and 10% Orthodox, with few strangers practicing Islam unconventionally. Ogba, Egbema, Indoni is a local government area of Rivers State in south-south Nigeria, with its headquarters at Omoku, with about 258,700 people according to 2006 census. It is bounded by Imo, Delta, Bayelsa and Anambra State, and also by Ahoda West, Ahoda East and Emohua local government areas of Rivers State. They are part of the Igboid speaking areas of Rivers State, with 3 tribes, starting with Ogba as the dominant tribe. According to Ella 1995, Ogba people migrated from Igbo land centuries ago and settled in their present location. The Ogba people connect with their Igbo ancestry. Ogba legend and oral history indicate that the ancestors arrived in the present Ogba land in 315 BC. Archaeological evidence show that many towns and villages of Ogba land were inhabited between 315 BC to 235 AD. Another account, according to Ben Fred Ohia and Henry O. Oyedibia, state that the Ogbas are originally from Benin in the present Edo state of Nigeria. The kingdom was known as Igodomi Godo. In Ogba myth of origin, Akalaka is the founder of Ogba nation. He left Benin as a result of war. He prepared some charms which he placed on his bow and arrow, and when he shot the arrow, it directed him to the destination where he could find safety. When the arrow flew to the east, he and his followers prepared for the eastward journey. The number of years it took Akalaka to get to this area cannot easily be estimated because of orality of the narrative. When he arrives at Ogba, there were very few persons whom he displaced, or the late arrival may have displaced pioneers. Consequently, it may be that the original inhabitants were extinct before the Ogbas arrived, or they may have mingled with the neighboring groups, or the late arrival may have met them and absorted them. The name of his eldest son was Ekpa Ohia Ekpeye, which means bush bag. He begot a son whom he named Ogba, which was reminiscent of his ancestral home. Ogba in Benin, which he established at Obuke after leaving Ula Ubi. This was their place of settlement after a long journey from Benin. The Oba who reigned in Benin was a terrorist. He threatened and frightened his subjects. He used powerful and influential chiefs in his kingdom to perpetrate his evil acts in the kingdom. At the peak of the state of anarchy and insecurity resulting from Oba Uwere's tyrannical reign, Akalaka felt the desire to flee with his supporters. Akalaka left Benin in the turbulent reign of Uware, whose younger brother, Uwafiokun, usurped his throne and was later murdered by him. Akalaka of the lineage of Ekaladahan, who was banished from Benin in the first period of the foundation of the empire, migrated out of Benin with his followers and later founded Ogba in 1460. Those who went from Benin to Ali Ogba either settled down side by side with those ancestors or who had occupied the area in 315 BC. Though from archaeological data, they were inhabitants who were in the land before the arrival of Akalaka and his men. They may have been displaced forcefully by Akalaka or voluntarily withdraw at the sight of the new settlers in the land. Akalaka regarded himself as being in loco parentis, as he played the role of a parent leader to all his followers. Ogba land covers a total area of about 30 kilometers by 20 kilometers in the Niger-Delta flood plain. To the south is Ekpeye, Engeni, and Ijo. To the southwest is Egbema, Oguta, and Awara. To the north and northwest is Abo, Ndoni, Kwale, and Onitsha. The major rivers in Ogba land are Oreshi and Sombrero. The highest part of Ali Oba is the well-drained lowland and farm mosaic with altitude ranging from 15 to 22 meters. In general, the land is characterized by a gentle sloping topography of less than 10 degrees in many areas. This relatively low altitude gives the area its characteristics flat and monotonous low relief interspersed by many wetlands which crisscross the central lowlands and into the two main river systems. They speak Ogba language and Igbo dialect, which is related to Western Igbo dialect and as closely related to the Egbema dialect spoken in Imo State and Rivers State. The Ogba Kingdom is made up of Egi, Iburo, Usomini clans and the largest town, Omok. Ogba people speak two sub-dialects of the Ogba dialect, the Egi and Iburo. It is majorly upland and home to the highest upstream oil and gas exploration and exploitation activities in the state since early 1960s, with about 12 mining fields operated by Total Engineers and Shell, with many other reserved fields. At the same time, the Ali Ogba makes very significant contributions to the country's economy. These oil-producing areas has made economically marginalized and left in the backwaters of the country's socio-economic and political development. This poses dilemmas for Ali Ogba people. For example, while the oil industry in Ali Ogba creates jobs and wealth, these benefits are not equally accessible to many Ogba people and many other river state communities. Compared to other Nigerians, fishing and farming are the principal occupation of the region. Plantains, banana, cassava, oil palms, coconuts, rubber trees, raffia, and citrus fruits are grown. Large deposits of crude oil and natural gas in the Niger River Delta are the state's major mineral resources. Transmigration from human form to another creature such as python, crocodile, tiger, leopard, etc. was very common among the Ogba people. By transmigration to these creatures, they attack their enemies. Different families in Ogba have particular animal they transmigrate into. This, in Ogba language, is called Izi Anu. We are told that it is Through this means that members of Umu Iyasira family used to dislodge Oru, also known as the Ijaw people, who had taken over certain areas of Ogba land, particularly Omok. The ancient traditional stool of the area is the Oba of Ogba land, the Enze Obi of Egbema Kingdom, and the Awo of Ndoni. Ogba people are proud people. They like the adornment of their person with lavish clothing and ornaments, known as Esun, known as beads, and Odu, which are ivory bangles.